so we have a very, very, very diverse group of people coming here regularly. We have big fans. We are the biggest crowd-funded business in the world. Yeah, so we have a lot of equity for punks that own a share in the business that, of course, very often come, and we have a beer visa where they get a stamp for each bar they are visiting. So there's a collecting moment, of course, with it. But if you look to demographics, it's really, as you just mentioned, it's everyone. So we're having people just turned 16 legal drinking age in Germany. We have people that are 75, 80, or for their 80th birthday. So really everyone can come here. But of course, the way we are getting people in is very, very different. Yeah. So the cool kids from the block, they want to meet their friends, are coming maybe for different reasons, maybe for interior. Yeah. And the middle agers come rather for the food. The older ones because they want to see, hey, what's new on the market, something they are not used to, or they were used to 50 years ago and they didn't find any more on the market. So the access to the target group is very, very different here. And so we are there for everyone, and we brew beer for everyone. Yeah, so my friends always tell me I was falling into a beer kettle when I was a child. Yeah, so that's a little bit the starting point for myself. So I had my first job next to school when I was 16 in a brewery, my local brewery, where I did the visitation service, so leading people around the brewery. It was in the middle of Germany, close to Hanover. Okay. Brauerei Allersheim, the brewery of Allersheim, very, very small brewery. And I was used to go there twice a week after school. I was giving people a show of the whole brewery, how everything works. And in the times when I didn't go to school, I was working there also on weekends and when I had holidays and so on. So I explained the history of the business and how it's working for the people on the tours. But at the same time, when I was working, I was cleaning kettles from inside. I was bottling bottles, cleaning a lot. Yeah, worked a lot with ingredients and so on. So of course, I also learned a little bit how to brew. But what I did minimum there was falling deeply in love with this product and what it does with people, bringing people together for a great time. And then after some time at university and studying and all of this, I started at AB InBev, Anheuser-Busch InBev, so worked for the biggest brewer in the world. I did the global management traineeship there, spent 10 months all over the globe. I've also been to St. Louis to the Budweiser brewery. A lot of parts of the business and really learned from the very basics how beer works internationally. And after my time at AB InBev, I then worked for Mars, Snickers, Milky Way in the pet food area for more than 4 years, and I was leading the Amazon account or the Amazon team in the end. And then I got a call from my now a boss, from James Watt, if I couldn't imagine to work for beer again. And I've worked for the brewery of my heart very locally. I've worked for the biggest brewer in the world. I've not yet worked for the coolest brewer in the world, and that's why I very, very quickly said yes. And yes, I'm coming back to beer, of course. And for me, of course, a dream comes true when I was that high. I always wanted to lead a brewery, and now I can do this. Yes, so it was of course, Germany is my home, and for me, beer is also the product I feel the most at home in. And as a consequence, for me, when beer was calling again and the setup was right, I wanted to do this. Plus, that's a mega challenge. Yeah, so it was a kind of a turnaround case here. It was a kind of a setup where an international brewery wants to win a significant footage in Germany. Yeah. Not too many have made this in the past. We have some big brewers that try it, or they work with local breweries here, but really an international beer brand making it into Germany, there are very, very rare cases where this worked, and for me it was one of the most fantastic challenges, knowing that we are brewing a very, very fantastic beer that is outstanding, that is different to the beers that we are having at the moment in Germany from other areas. Not saying other breweries doing bad beer or something, absolutely not, but we're doing different beer. And that's the big challenge and the funny thing, and that's why I think I'm at the exact right place where I'm sitting right now. So what you see in my bag is the big kit. So we have two kits. We have a small kit, a pilot kit, and our big kit. The big kit has a brew house that can brew 100 hectoliters per brew. Full year it would be able to brew 100,000 hectoliters, what would be the size of a very, very good medium-sized German brewery. Yeah, so it's pretty big already for what we are doing here. With the kettles we are having right now, we can brew 40,000 hectoliters. We are expanding it right now. So while we are sitting here, there's a project going on that we are doubling the capacity. Last year 20,000 hecs, now 40,000 because we maxed it out. And on the pilot kit, we can brew very, very flexible from 10 hectoliters onwards. Yeah, small pilot beers. 10 hectoliters just to transfer this into a little bit more handy size. 10 hectoliters are 1,000 liters. Yeah, it's 100 liters are 1 hectoliter, so 1,000 liters of beer is the smallest batch we can brew. It's equal of 3,000 cans, and that's the smallest where we can start, and we are super fast. And that's the big thing. Yeah, we can brew a beer and package it within 8 weeks. Yeah, so the brewing needs between 4 and 6 weeks, depending a little bit. The canning is also here. Bottling for returnable bottles, what is a big part of the beers we are brewing, is made outside, so we don't have an own bottling line. Okay. It doesn't make sense because you have to really max it out, and with our volumes we really can't, so it's an external partner who is bottling for third parties. So for us, I think it's not the case to convince Germany to drink cans. Okay. So the returnable bottles are the most sustainable bottling system you can have in the world. I really mean the bottlings. The bottlings are going 30, 40, 50 rounds. Oh, really? Yeah, so they're coming back, so you get the old bottles back, you're washing them and you're reusing them again. That makes this whole market very complex. It makes the German beer market the most complex beer market in the world, but still also one of the most sustainable ones. Yeah. So cans are for us, especially for the e-com business, because they are much lighter, much more compact. You get more into a carton, what makes a better footprint than a returnable bottle in e-commerce, for example. Yeah. So for our own channels where we need to be fast, we are using the can, but over 80% of all our packagings are returnable ones, so either kegs or the glass bottles. So the majority is very clearly a returnable bottling and kegging system. double the capacity. I want to max this out. That's my core and key target here, of course. Yeah. The other one is, you've seen, we are opening today Friedrichshain, the third bar in Berlin. The fourth will be coming in springtime. We have another bar in Frankfurt, one other in Wiesbaden, one other in Hamburg. So we have 7 bars open by mid of the year, and I want to open 7 more. So we want to expand our footprint on our bars, but of course also in our returnable bottles with supermarkets, with retailers, and make our beers much more known in the country, and give more people the chance to discover their passion for great crafted modern style beers.